basically, how many years have you done Detour?
I've been going for 4 years.
I've done 3 out of the last 4 years.
This is my 3rd time at Detour.
This is my first year.
First year?
First year, second day.
This is actually my first con.
This is my 3rd. Second.
I think this is my 4th.
Well, I've gone since I was in 9th grade. I only started cosplaying a couple years ago, but I've gone for probably at least 7 years now.
I've only gone for like 3 years.
8?
It's been that long?
Yeah, I know I was early 20s, 21, 22.
Yeah?
8 or 9 years.
I think I've been here 3 years. 3 years now.
This is my first time.
And you?
11.
Oh
my
boy.
Goodness.
Personally, I've been going to Anime Detour for like, I think it's like 9 or 10 years almost now. I think he's been going for like 3 years, if I remember right. 2 or 3 years, 2.
For Detour, it's my first time, but I've also gone to like Anime Minneapolis and stuff like that.
For Detour, for me, I think it's been either 3 or 4 years. I want to lean towards 4.
It's my 3rd year doing Detour. This guy here got me introduced.
What got you guys to decide to do this particular cosplay?
I guess I actually decided to do it before some of my other friends did it because I just really love the show. It's probably one of my favorites. Then I got some of them into it and they all decided to join me so we could do a big group.
For me is, I was getting a white suit for a different thing, for a different costume. My friend's like, hey, you should cosplay Kim. I'm like, there's you have what's up? Like, wait, yes I do. Done.
I love How to Train Your Dragon so much. It's my favorite movie and I love Hiccup, so I wanted to cosplay him.
Yep, and I like the characters enough, so I thought it'd be fun.
So I was part of a group that did this and 2 other princesses, like the stuff that I'm doing. And I went through 3 people that were going to be my husband. And both of the first 2 dropped out, and then I finally found one that actually did the cosplay with
The
me.
best husband, clearly.
And then we found another friend who did like the villain from the episode that had our wedding in it, and she was trying to keep us apart. And then now we just cosplay together.
Yeah, I saw her at Convergence, and then later saw her at another convention when I was Shining Armor and she was Cadence. And then we just kind of exchanged information, decided this is going to be a thing.
Decided to get married.
Hooray!
Not really, but yeah.
This one was new for me last year. I started it, first time I wore it was at Otakon, but it's my first time wearing it here. And we just both like Pokemon a lot, so we usually try to do
both sort of easy because I'm still kind of new at cosplaying myself, and I mean he helps me with a lot of it, but I still also really like her design, so that's why I picked this one in particular.
You know, it was one of the first animes that we got into, so we thought we'd kind of give a homage to it. So it kind of got us into anime.
Yeah, it's definitely the first one we watched. We were very young, it got us into it, and it's got a special place in our heart.
Well, for me, I've always loved Pokemon since I was a kid. Blastoise was my first starter, so I figure I'll just take peanut butter and chocolate together and mix it together. So let's see my Blastoise.
And as far as for me, I watched Tiger and Bunny, I'm like, wow, this guy doesn't have a clue. And I'm like, wow, I could totally be that.
He's a very lovable character like this man. I just thought Okabe is one of the coolest characters from an anime that I'd seen. And he's a really funny character. And it's like, hey, the cosplay's simple, I kind of look like him, so it'd be a good way to just kind of get started. You know, I've been cosplaying this last couple of years. It's all stuff I had. Lab coat from chemistry class, white t-shirt, slacks.
What's that?
See, he had the easy job.
Yeah. He secretly bought that.
There's
lab
nothing
coat
easy
before
about
he
being a
came.
mad scientist.
Yeah, it's true.
All right.
I always wanted to do Ukiara, and then they just kind of followed suit.
How long did it take you guys to create the costumes?
Everything was done super last minute, so like 3 days.
Okay, well, super last minute, you guys look amazing. So,
This one was approximately 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks to make it, but the painting process was at least an additional 1 week.
For mine is 2.5 weeks both painting and actually cutting it out. I've done this, it started at Anime Minneapolis last year, and then I did it at Fusion with a few modifications, and then this is finished, I feel.
It's kind of been a collaborative effort. I mean,
We made costumes like this last year, but we just basically revamped them all, so we had like a basic pattern to go off of, so it took a lot less than it did before, so probably a couple weeks.
we also procrastinated a bit, so it probably took us in total about 2 weeks time, probably. The back here is just plywood, and then there's 2 layers of insulation foam sheets glued together. All of the etching here is done with a knife and a heat gun, and then we Mod Podged it, spray painted it, and then I went with the designs. These are styrofoam. This is like a metal tape, and hers is also made out of 2 sheets of insulation foam and just cut and Mod Podged and painted. So.
This is a real axe handle. This is the same material as my skirt. These are thumbtacks I just nailed in. So.
Or at least it's partly legit that it's an axe handle.
Yeah, and like the blade can come off too. So.
Is there anything you guys looking forward to for this convention?
A lot more fun cosplays.
Yeah, probably. We're just looking for, other type of cosplayers just to see what they have to bring here.
Just whatever cosplay is going to be featured in the contest.
AMVs are always nice.
Just meeting new people, making new friends.
Honestly, just seeing more cosplays for me.
Yeah, I want to see that cosplay contest. I've seen some really cool stuff walking around. There's been a couple big suits of armor, there's always a couple of those.
Yeah.
A couple really cool group cosplays, all of it, so.
Just seeing all the really cool costumes and cosplays and eventually getting this off, but...
Masquerade in a couple hours.
Just awesome costumes.
Getting to run around in group cosplay is always fun.
Yeah, and the dealer's room they have here is just amazing.
I love the dealer's room and the artist alley. I feel like the dealer's room has the best prices of all the cons that I've seen.
The art, there's a lot of good artists.
And me, I like all the panels and seeing what people put into them. I ran one yesterday in not this costume, and it's just getting to see your friends again and do fun stuff.